What up, brother? I'm gonna make that my new thing. What's up, guys? Sean from Srkcycles.com. We have a I know you guys have been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. We have a 2017 Honda Rebel 500, and this bike is a game changer. I'm gonna show you why. Oh yeah, and I'm rocking both of my brand new gloves. Guys, these are the first of the M1 Moto glove series lines. If you're watching this video and it's right now, it's like today, 9/12/2018, these gloves are not for sale yet. We're still getting them made. We're actually going to do a Kickstarter campaign. There might be a link below. If you're watching it later, check the link below. If you're watching it real later, they might be for sale. Baddest gloves out there, lined with Kevlar. This whole thing is lined with Kevlar. They're not quite bulletproof, but we're working on it. Guys, where's the wisdom? Proverbs 18:2. A fool does not delight in understanding, but only in revealing his own mind. Have you guys know someone like that? Maybe you're like that. Maybe you don't care about what anyone else has to say. You don't care about wisdom. You just want to say your point because you want to get that. I want people to know what my point is. I've been like that. That's not wise. That's foolish. Take a step back from yourself and be like, who do I want to be when I grow up? Who do I want to be right now? Who do I want to be tomorrow? And become that person. And the first way to do it, stop thinking of what you have to say is necessary. You know, is better than wisdom. I know what you're saying. You're like, well, Sean, what do you care what, you know, turn that back to me. It's my YouTube channel. I gotta say something. All right, so I am pumped. Check this out. All right, so I'm just gonna be honest. The Honda Rebel that you guys know, and it may have been the longest running motorcycle, like the longest made motorcycle that was unchanged. I think it came out in the 86, 85, something around there. And when they did make it, they did make a 250 and they made a 450, but they didn't make the 450 for very long. But then that motorcycle, the Honda Rebel, was unchanged, I think, up until 2016 or 2015. That's like 30 years. That's 30 years they made the exact same bike. That's like something you would find out from like a third world country, you know what I mean? I think I found out that in Mexico they were making the old Beetle up until like 2010 or something like that, which is actually kind of cool. So the Rebel has changed. This is a different bike. This is I mean, there's not a single piece that's the same on it, but it's almost a different market. The old Rebel was you know, it was slow, it was fun, it was comfortable, you know what I mean? It was the entry-level girls bike, to be honest with you. It was the entry-level girls bike. I generally don't recommend guys buying it. And there's a reason that every single Honda Rebel out there has had 13 owners and still has 800 miles on it, because nobody ever actually rode it. Not that it wasn't a good bike. Listen, I know, okay, you drove your Rebel to California and back. I don't care. I've seen so many of them because people ride them, they get comfortable on it, and they're like, okay, I need something more. And I get it, you know what I mean? Caleb's first bike was a Rebel. It was crazy, and then he had it for 2 weeks and turned it into me. But then this bike, it took him 30 years. This bike comes out. My bike matches that guy's shirt. This bike comes out, morning, and it's awesome looking. It's super cool looking. Big old fat front tire. It is very cheap. I think it's less than 6,000 bucks, brand new. Mine's way cheaper than that. And it performs. I mean, it really performs. It's got a parallel twin. It's got some power. It's got some grunt. Don't like send me hate mail. We might try to race this against a Vulcan S. because I'm very impressed with this bike. Let's take it up the mountain. This is no longer some like, this is a good entry-level bike. This is an entry-level bike that you actually can be proud of owning and have fun on this bike. I've been riding for 10 years, not more than that. Holy cow, I've been riding for 13 years. I've ridden the fastest, baddest bikes out there. I've been at the point where, you know, the fastest bikes I've ridden, I'm like, yeah, this needs a supercharger on the highway. You know what I mean? I've done some pretty awesome stuff on bikes, and I can ride this bike and have a ton of fun. That is what a great entry-level bike is. It's not so crazy that you're gonna get in trouble, but if you know what you're doing, you can have a ton of fun. This could be your first and last bike. This could be the bike that you buy and you're just like, and you just never sell it because it's fun. It's just a fun bike. It's comfortable. I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2", and I'm very comfortable on the bike. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, ah, it's a 500. You know what? Honda proved us. Honda's been proving us for the past 40 years that 500 is enough. Remember that Silver Wing, that GL 500 I have at the shop with the Boxer twin, or the twin that looks like this? That's a 500. It was enough. It was a touring bike. It had bags and bearings and a radio and stuff like that. You know, Honda is doing awesome things with these smaller motors, and it honestly, it's really changing the way I think about how big of an engine you need. It's a cool looking bike. It's a simple looking bike. These things are inexpensive, brand new, and it is water cooled, cable clutch. I don't know if this one has ABS or not. It's smooth. It just feels like a Honda. That decent visibility out of your mirrors if you go like this, you know what I mean? If you jam your elbows in a goofy way. But how much farther out can they really get? This digital tack. Well, the first thing I saw, and I was like, did they yank that right off of the Yamaha bolt? They took it off the bolt. They're like, oh, the Yamaha bolt, I like that tack. I'm gonna use the exact same tack. It reminds me of the exact same thing. I don't know. I'm sure it's not. There's no way it's the same thing. But it's a clean, simple look. You got your digital gauge right there. You got all the buttons, everything you need right there. You have one button. Let's try the horn. The bike is you make or break a bike by the horn. It's loud. It's got a good taste to it. You swash it around your mouth a little bit, you know what I mean? It's got a little bit of class. It's not like a little dog with a big bark, you know? But people know. Watch this, let me just practice. What up, Steve? All right, that feels good. That feels good. Man. So who should this bike be for? This bike has a much bigger range than the last bike. Last time, if it was a 250 rev, I'd be like, this bike is for one person. And if you're over 100 pounds, it's not for you. Now, I'd say this bike is for entry-level riders could ride this. Guys that just guys who are more of a minimalist rider. You know, they're like, I'm just looking for something to get me around. I don't need big power. I just want something fun to get me around, inexpensive, reliable. You know what I mean? This could be a great bike for it. It's got the power. You could be cruising the highway, it's got plenty of power for cruising on the highway. It's absolutely big enough for a man, although I will probably do another video. Is this bike big enough for a man? I might name this video, is this bike big enough for a man? You know what? I'm gonna go jump on the highway. Check out the next video. It's gonna be after. Check out the next video. I'm gonna jump on the highway. It's gonna be great. Guys, I am loving this bike. And it's got like the dirt bike handlebars on it too. No, yes, no. Love this bike. Alright guys, that wraps it up. We'll see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep an eye out for these gloves. Don't forget about tank straps. That's happening. We just launched our new website, thetankstrap.com. So now you can buy them with free shipping, even if you're not an Amazon Prime member. And it's actually cheaper than what we're selling them for on Amazon Prime, because Amazon takes all of our money. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. We'll see you guys later. What's up, guys? I'm Sean. Thanks for watching that great video. And as always, click down here to subscribe. And here's the next fun video for you guys to watch. We'll see you guys next time.
And that wasn't far enough away.
And I had no clue. I'm just gonna tell you guys to back off. Train your bikes, and listen, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. We'll see you guys later.